I love cheesecake. At nighttime, real late at night. Cheesecake could do, man. Top it up before you go to sleep.
How do you keep your pants up when you're performing? It's incredible.
Belt.
What do you see here? What happened there?
Just made it rain. And if a girl come over and make a thunderstorm.
Not gonna cry. I'm not.
Say rah, rah. Say rah.
Sensational.
Nardwuar the Human Serviette is a man named John Ruskin from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. For decades, he's been interviewing musicians and other famous people in a way that absolutely defies the structure and general feeling of the modern-day celebrity interview. Today, we're going to break down a couple of the main things that set Nardwuar apart from the rest. First, let's talk about the average framework of an interview with this man. Every interview with Nardwuar starts in the same exact way, and while it may seem trivial, I think it really sets the tone for the remainder of the video.
Who are you? 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 Who are you?
I'm Charlie XCX.
I'm Danny Brown.
I'm Lindsay of Snail Mail.
I'm Isaiah Rashad.
Rex Orange County.
First off, who are you?
With most interviews, I feel like there's such a wall between the interviewer and the interviewee. It's apparent that when a musician is doing a press tour, each interview will be just another interview for them. They're the center of attention, put on some pedestal, answering questions about themselves for 5 minutes, then another person comes in to do the same thing. As soon as a Nardwuar interview starts, he immediately tries to tear down that wall. With these musicians having hordes of screaming fans and millions of followers on social media, I bet it's pretty strange to have someone ask them, "Who are you?" And the fact that it's the interviewer asking that question makes it even weirder. Right from the start, Nardwuar is proving that this is not just another interview. After the introduction, we get to the real meat of the interview. This is the question and answer portion, and with Nardwuar, it typically happens in two ways. One way is Nardwuar giving the musician a gift.
Right off the bat, I have a gift for you, a DeBarge record. Right off the bat, Rico Nasty, I have a gift for you right here, a Joan Jett record. Right off the bat, Isaiah, I have a gift for you.
What you got for me?
Something to welcome you to Texas right here. Some Frankie
Beverly and Mays. Hey.
Now, I have a gift for you, an Emily Hines LP.
I love her so much. She's Canadian.
This is obviously very strange too. When in a normal celebrity interview do you see the interviewer giving the interviewee multiple presents throughout the interview? It's a brilliant way to break the ice because, again, it's tearing down that wall, it's getting the musician more comfortable because who doesn't like receiving gifts, and they're always very meaningful. It'll be an obscure influential album for the artist, or it'll be some kind of rare item that the musician is really grateful to receive, stuff along those lines. It's amazing how through the process of Nardwuar giving a specific record to an artist, it'll bring those two closer together, and it proves Nardwuar's research is top-notch, which will usually flatter and surprise the musician. This leads me to the other pieces of a Nardwuar interview. He'll ask celebrities about these ultra-specific personal details pertaining to their lives.
But at one time, you were known as DJ Styles. And you worked at a bank, too?
Wow.
In Love, Psych.
Nah, but yeah. Whoa, hold on. No, what the fuck? Are you for real?
What is going on in this photo right here?
My God!
Now this is where the interview can either go to the next level, or it can completely ruin it. Because on one hand, it can potentially prove that Nardwuar has the best research of any interviewer that the musician has ever encountered, which, like I just mentioned, has gotta be super flattering. But then again, depending on how the musician is feeling about Nardwuar in the moment, it can really creep them out. But this is part of the fun with these interviews. I'd rather have Nardwuar take these risks so he can get 10 out of 10 perfect interviews with NERD or Tyler the Creator, as opposed to asking the same old questions that anybody else would ask them, resulting in a bland, boring video. Then the ending of every interview is also the same. Well, most of the time. With such a bizarre, abrasive style, there's bound to be a few people that don't quite mesh well with Nardwuar in the moment. Thus, the occasional storming out of the interview by, say, Kid Cudi, or in a much funnier way, Lil Uzi Vert. Most of the time, however, Nardwuar will say,
Thanks much, ASAP Mob. Keep on rocking in the free world and doot doodaloot doo.
and then the artist will hopefully say,
Doot doot.
Then Nardwuar freeze frames and just stands there. For a while. So our framework is the "Who are you" intro, the meat of the interview, which is either gifts or personal details about the musician's life, and then the doot doodaloot doo outro. This is obviously unlike your average interview, but just on its own, doesn't it seem like this wouldn't work with the average person? For example, if I tried interviewing someone in this format, I think I'd get thrown out of a window or something. So let's talk about what makes Nardwuar, as a person, as an interviewer, special. This man is absolutely fearless. You can tell that by the way he dresses, by the kind of weird, in-depth questions he asks, and who else in a crowd full of political reporters would ask Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to perform the hip flip. It's a game where two people thrust their bodies around until they're able to make the centerpiece swing around and do a full revolution. And guess what? He actually got him to do it. And this brings me to my next point. There's something about Nardwuar that no matter how strange he may seem to you, you just kind of go along with him anyway. When he's interviewing these high-profile musicians, he gets really close to them, like physically close enough where it would normally seem like a problem, but it's fine, because it's Nardwuar. His high-pitched, booming voice can sound shrieking and unpleasant, his energy is through the roof 24/7, but it's fine, because it's Nardwuar. He asks celebrities who they are, he can ask them about their secrets that nobody else knows, he makes them sing a silly song at the end of every interview, freeze frames in real life, and all of this stuff that would normally be so incredibly strange, these musicians go along with it. Because it's Nardwuar. But with all of that in mind, there's something incredible that I've learned after all these years of watching Nardwuar and his videos. I've put him on such a high pedestal because his research is better than everyone else's, his energy is unmatched, and he gets these one-of-a-kind people to interview, but really, Nardwuar is just someone that cares a lot about music, and he decides to go where no one else is willing to go. There's a wonderful TED Talk by him that you should really check out. While every minute is pure gold, you learn a lot about him in the process, the main theme is that if you want to do something, just do it. Whenever Nardwuar was able to book a high-profile interview, it's because he asked. Whenever he blows someone's mind with information about them, it's because he dug deeper than the normal interviewer. So in the end, while there's a ton of stuff that makes a Nardwuar interview so special, the number one thing is just him putting in the effort. If Nardwuar can crowd surf at a TED Talk, you can too. Hey, thank you for watching that video. Please share it around, share it with Nardwuar. It would make my day if that man tweeted at me and said doot doot. Other than that, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. You can follow me on social media at RenshawHS, buy my merch, support my Patreon, and thank you. I'll see you later.